Sanford and Son. I just basically want to hear but me and
Quincy Jones. That's Quincy Jones, man. That's Quincy's music.
that's right. So we're rebooting the show. It's going to be like Sanford and Daughter, and the world has changed differently. So now I'm a black man down in Alabama. I've been living down there for years. I had a son, and my son left home and went to New York City to do his thing. I didn't hear from him for 27 years, and he says, "Dad, I'm coming home tomorrow." I go to the door. There's a beautiful lady there, most beautiful lady you've ever seen in my life. And I said, "Avon lady, are you selling a watchtower? Whatever it is, I got to go." And she says to me, "Dad, it's me. Dad, it's me." And it's Laverne Cox.
Uh-oh.
So in other words, so time has changed. And so I got to be an old black educated man to learn how to deal with what has happened. My son has transgendered, but I got to learn how to love and live with it and let people be who they want to be and do what they want to do. And she's got to learn how to live with an old black man like me. And it's all about love and let love. So,
Sanford and Daughter. I love the spin.
Pretty much, yeah. So it's going to be very controversial, but I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
Just let people live and be who they want to be. So
why are you so anxious to embrace controversy at this point in your life? You are a very successful comedian. You've done well. You got money in the bank. You got houses everywhere. I've been to a couple of them. You got houses everywhere. You got a friend with a G5, so you can fly anywhere you want to fly private, as long as he got a plane. Why are you trying to embrace controversy at this point in your life, George Wallace?
Because it's my job is to let people live and be who they want to be. I'm letting you enjoy life. I want you to enjoy life and more abundantly. That's what it says in the Bible. Just live and let live. Enjoy people. And if I can deliver a message, that's what I'm supposed to do. My job is to make people happy. That's what God wants me to do. And he wants you to be happy, and I'm going to deliver that message. That's why I wrote the book, Laugh It Off.
Yeah. Here's my extra question. What's making you...
I know you don't agree with me. You're like going to be like them black preachers, but I'm ready. All the hell raised in the church. I'm ready for everybody.
No, I love you and I agree with you. So let me ask this. What is making you happy these days? You've done everything with everybody twice, all the world over. What's making you happy these days, George Wallace?
Getting up on that stage every night, trying out new jokes. I just love what I do. That makes me happy. Just every day, if you can write a new joke. Because I'm talking to black people now. Like we're talking about, I'm talking to everybody, actually. I'm talking to black people. I want all the black people in America to avoid controversy with the police officers. I want every black American to buy yourself a Subaru.
A Subaru? Why Subaru, George?
You ain't never seen no Subaru pull up on the side of the road, have you?
No.
The police don't pull up with Subaru. If you can't get a Subaru, get yourself a Volvo. I'm trying to lessen your tension with the police officers, okay?
Yeah.
Another thing I want people to know, all the vegans and vegetarians out there, y'all gonna die on schedule just like everybody else, okay? I want y'all to know that. So that's what makes me happy. Going on stage telling new jokes every day. I just love what I do. I wish everybody, and travel too.
Yeah.
I teach the young people, make sure you enjoy your life. Travel all over the world and learn how other people live, other cultures. It alleviates prejudice and everything like that. I think I went to South Africa with you. You don't remember that, do you? Make sure you travel.
I do. Do I remember it? Of course I remember. We had a great time in South Africa. That was you, me, and Tom Jordan and crew, wasn't it? The whole crew. The whole crew was in South Africa.
We had a whole crew, 14. It's so good to just travel and learn new things. And America is actually behind. Have you been to Asia lately?
Not lately. I've been there about 5 years now, probably.
Shanghai, Hong Kong, Japan. Yeah. Those places are so far ahead of us. The bullet trains, all kind of things we don't have. That just make sure you travel and see other parts of the world.
George Wallace, I love you, man.
So that's what makes me happy.
I love you. People hear me say this, and this is actually George Wallace. Every time I say it, I should pay George a royalty. I don't, because he's so rich he don't need the money. But George Wallace, can I say it? Can I say it? Can I say it? Can I say it? Can I say it, George? Can I say it? Can I say it, George? George Wallace, I love you. I love you, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. I said it.
And I want everybody to know, call me when he does it so he can pay me a quarter every time he says it. You need to stop that. You know that's stealing, right? You're going to hell. You're going to bust hell wide open at your funeral. I'm going to be at your funeral and tell people that you stole my joke.
I told you, George. I told you. I used it. I told you. At least that's not lying.
I don't give a damn. I'm going to say some words on this radio you cannot supposed to say.
On that note, come on, kill his mic. George Wallace, I love you. Ain't nothing you can do about it. I'll talk to you soon, my friend. All the best to you. When we come forward, a brief conversation with Congresswoman Maxine Waters. She just was involved in a pretty amazing case where she offered some testimony here in L.A., and we have a quick exclusive with her about that testimony this morning in L.A. Maxine Waters, when we come forward on Tavis Smiley.
What's your quarrel with the world? You're listening to Tavis Smiley.
If you're like me, 60 and retired, making ends meet, especially here at the supermarket and drugstore, is tough. I'm so blessed to have found benefitscheckup.org. It's a free and confidential website from the National Council on Aging that connected me to $1,200 a year in programs that help pay for food, medicine, utilities, and more. Maybe it can help you. benefitscheckup.org.
You know where you want to go in life, and City National Bank can help. City National knows the dedication it takes to build your vision for the future into a reality, and our team is here for you. We have a wide range of options to help, from personal savings accounts to interest-bearing money market savings accounts and more, all designed to help you get where you want to go. City National, here for every stage of the journey. Learn more at cnb.com. City National Bank is a subsidiary of Royal Bank of Canada, member FDIC.
Substance use disorder and addiction is so isolating. And so, as a Black woman in recovery, hope must be loud. It grows louder when you ask for help and you're vulnerable. It is the thread that lets you know that no matter what happens, you will be okay.
When we learn the power of hope, recovery is possible. Find out how at startwithhope.com. Brought to you by the National Council for Mental Wellbeing, Shatterproof, and the Ad Council.
Ew, gotta get rid of this old Backstreet Boys t-shirt.
Tell me why.
Because it stinks, boys.
Tell me why.
I've washed it so many times, but the odor won't come out.
Tell me why.
No, you tell me why I can't get rid of this odor.
Have you tried Downy Rinse and Refresh? It doesn't just cover up odors, it helps remove them.
Wow, it worked, guys.
Yeah.
Downy Rinse and Refresh removes more odor in one wash than the leading value detergent in 3 washes. Find it wherever you buy laundry products.
Ready to re-examine your assumptions and expand your inventory of ideas? More of Tavis Smiley coming your way right now.
Indeed. Tavis Smiley, glad to have you listening to our program today. We've got about 4 minutes left here in today's program. I let George Wallace go. I love George, of course, but I let him go a little bit early because we were asked if we could have a quick conversation with Congresswoman Maxine Waters, who I'm always pleased to accommodate, and now we're having trouble getting her on the phone line. These Negroes got to stop asking me stuff. They can't deliver in time. We're live. So I love Maxine, but her staff got to get their act together if they're going to call me and ask me to put her on. But here's why we were waiting to talk to Maxine Waters. Today, literally moments ago, she just wrapped testimony here in Los Angeles. We all know that Auntie Maxine has been pushed, I shouldn't say pushed, maltreated by all kinds of folk from Donald Trump on down. And there's a Texas man named Brian Michael Gaherty who was indicted on federal charges for making a series of phone calls to the Congresswoman threatening to kill her. For instance, in one call, he threatened to cut her throat and crack her skull and much more. And so this morning here in L.A., she testified about the danger that public officials face doing their duties, trying to protect and engage their constituencies. And so it was I am told, some pretty raw and sobering testimony from Congresswoman Waters today in this case regarding this man who had threatened to kill her, to cut her throat, to crack her skull. And so I was looking forward to getting her on in the last 5 minutes here, excuse me, to hear more about what she had to say this morning. And now it appears that might not happen at this point because we're down to 2 minutes here. But I was told that we would get her on the phone right quick. And I think the people at her Washington office are trying to coordinate with the people with her in L.A. at the courthouse, and therein lies the problem. Again, it's live radio, and these things happen. I could have got a few more laughs out of George Wallace if we'd had the time, but I thought it was important to shift gears to the extent that we could to hear from the Congresswoman in these last couple of minutes. But now, with a minute and a half to go, not sure that's going to happen. So we'll just hold that and try to get her on the program tomorrow. Do we have her right now? This is going to be tight.
Thank you.
Congresswoman, I'm at the wall now. I only have a minute and a half, literally. I'd like to get you on tomorrow to talk more about it. I'm at the close of my program, and this clock's going to cut us off in a minute and a half. How did the testimony go today? Can you tell me right quick? Just give me a top line.
Yes, absolutely. The defendant was sentenced to 33 months and a $10,000 fine. He was begging, saying that he was a godly man, that he loved black people, but they had all of the information on him. They had the goods on him, and so he's going to have to do time. He's going to have to pay that fine.
What is it like facing somebody who has threatened to kill you, to slit your throat and crack your head, your skull?
Well, to tell you the truth, I was shaken when I heard the assistant attorney, U.S. attorney, describe everything that they had in evidence about, shooting me and slitting my throat and all. I was a bit shaken, and I didn't realize that he had been so racist. She said every other word was about, niggers and blacks and all of that. So it was shocking. It was overwhelming.
Do you feel any modicum of justice now that he's going to be facing at least some time behind bars?
Yeah, I do. I think it might be a deterrent to those who are, thinking about doing the wrong thing, and calling elected officials and threatening to kill them, and because of their race and their politics and all. I think it's a slight deterrent. Right. I think it will be helpful, so I feel good about it.
I appreciate you. We only had those 2 minutes, but I'm glad to hear your voice as always on this program. I saw you Monday. I was in Washington last week. I saw you at the Juneteenth thing. I couldn't get to you to give you a hug, but I saw you and I enjoyed.
Oh my God!
I was there. I just couldn't.
Did you see me dancing?
I saw you with Dougie. I saw Dougie backstage, but I saw you dance with Dougie Fresh. I will call your office and get you back on. I want to talk more about this case today, but I'll call you. I love you, Congresswoman. Right. Take care now.
Love you back. Okay.
Good to have you on. Well, we got her in. Right. Back here tomorrow to do it all over again, Lord willing. Until then, thanks for tuning in and keep the faith.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
Thank you for joining us, everyone. I'm Mike Moore. Now here's the latest from the Black Information Network. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has disbanded his 6-member war cabinet. Netanyahu's decision was not unexpected after Minister Benny Gantz with